Hello friends, Big J here, bringing you another video on behalf of DotaAlchemy.com, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you 5 facts that you may not know about Dota. I know the title is not the most provocative thing, but you might know these things, you know? I don't want to make the claim that you don't know them, but if you don't, they might blow your mind. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Fact number 1, there is a small grace period at the beginning of every stun where you can BKB while you are stunned. This was a special exception that was added into the game. I'm not entirely sure how many patches ago, but it's been in the game for a while, and it's very, very broken if you can use this during team fights. So let's say you have a Bane and Mirana combo. I do the sleep, and I throw an arrow. I just press my BKB on Pudge, and I wasn't even pressing it that fast. I was probably pressing it like 2 times a second, which is very, very slow by the, you know, if you're considering like how fast people usually spam stuff to get off these like clutch plays. It's very, very slow. It's a very huge window, and you can actually use this to dodge things as bullshit as like Naga Song into Black Hole. If I literally lay the Black Hole down so that Pudge should be getting Black Holed, I can just press my BKB button kind of fast, and then I'll BKB, and sure, I'll still be Black Holed, but it's a lot harder to kill a magic immune unit than it is to kill a unit that is not magic immune. So even though you still get stunned, technically speaking, these combos should perfectly chain, but you can really easily just use that grace window to get that BKB off and survive in a team fight. Fact number 2. If you are affected by Earth Spirit's Magnetize and he slows somebody else, you will also be slowed, and it works with the silence as well. Which means if you are playing Earth Spirit, you can actually get off a huge AoE silence and slow just by chaining your Magnetize. You don't actually have to use the rocks to directly slow or silence people. And if you're not playing Earth Spirit, there's an Earth Spirit on the enemy team, because God knows this hero will be broken again at some point. Be wary that he has the Magnetize on you, because if he silences his main target, you will be silenced as well. So if you're an Enigma or some sort of channeling hero or whatever, you want to go in and use a spell, just be wary that he can silence you as well if you are Magnetized. Fact number 3. Phoenix Egg can actually be denied when it's below 50% HP. And I will go ahead and show you here. Try really hard not to kill it with Mirana. She attacks so quickly. Denied. So this is useful if you have a Phoenix on your team. They might get pissed off with you for denying it, but sometimes they use Egg in a really terrible scenario and they're actually about to die. You can completely deny the gold bounty and experience bounty from killing the Phoenix from the enemy team by just denying it. This also means that if you're in a team fight and you're A-clicking around, or you have right-click to deny on, you could actually right-click the egg, and it's not just like when the egg has 1 hit left. It's literally below 50%, so it's very, very easy to screw up and accidentally deny a Phoenix egg, especially considering how huge it is and how everybody likes to fight around it. So just be cautious, and then also if your Phoenix is getting himself killed, you can deny him. Fact number 4. If a slow does damage or doesn't have a duration to speak of, then status resistance, instead of reducing the duration, it's going to reduce the slow by half, whether that's an attack speed slow or a movement speed slow. So for example, a lot of people said that Tiny is countered by Venomancer because the Poison Sting and all of these dots, they tick faster on the Tiny and do more damage, therefore, in a smaller amount of time. That's actually not true. The way the status resist works is that it has the exact same duration, it just does less of a slow. So if we look at hitting both of these heroes, Tiny obviously has 50% status resistance, this Axe has none. If we hit them both at relatively the same time, you can see that the Poison Sting ticks down at exactly the same rate. However, if we hover over the Axe, we can see slowing by 14%, and then if you hover over the Tiny, we can see slowing by 7%. And then likewise, if you attack an Enchantress, it slows by 85 attack speed, but if I attack without the status resist, it slows by 170 attack speed. So this is actually something that is relatively new. The Veno countering Tiny thing with the damage, that was true when status resist got added to Dota, but there was a bunch of shadow patches since then where they basically reworked it because it was a new mechanic and therefore really, really bugged out. So that was a bug, and that was fixed, and now this is kind of how it's supposed to work. So Veno doesn't really counter Tiny anymore. In fact, it's arguable that Tiny counters Veno because his slows don't affect the Tiny anywhere near as much. Fact number 5. Visage birds can actually use their stone form stun while they're disabled. You just have to press the stone form ability on the hero, and this is actually true even if Visage is disabled with the birds. So this is probably a bug, but while it's available, it's very, very broken because it is perfect for what Visage already wants to do, which is be that tanky frontline hero that wants to get initiated on. You bait the enemy team to use a bunch of crap on you, and then you just win the fight off the back of them having nothing up. So let's say like there's an axe and he's going to initiate on you. Blink, call, Visage. You just press both of the birds in succession to chain stun the axe, and anybody that comes in after him is going to get disabled. He's going to get disabled, so he can't press anything, and this is all on a hero that already wants that to happen because he's like the tanky frontliner guy, so it's absolutely perfect. It's essentially like being able to Yule somebody while you're stunned and fuck up their initiation. Like, obviously, Axe wants to do things after he initiates on you, but he's never going to get his Culling Blade off. If Tidehunter ravages you, he's not going to use Gush on you. He's not going to use Anchor Smash. He's not going to use any items. Anybody that comes in after is going to use nothing. It's completely broken to be able to use stuns while disabled because, obviously, if you're getting disabled, there's going to be a hero right on top of you, and everybody's going to group up around you. So, honestly, Visage is very, very strong right now, while this is still possible, in my opinion. That's it for this video, guys. If you like this sort of thing, I can make plenty more of videos like this because I have a lot of strange facts about Dota. Know a lot of the weird little mechanics because these things will happen in pubs, like go into practice lobbies. You know, gives me a little bit of catharsis just to tinker around with things and write things down. And, you know, what would give me more catharsis is making videos about these facts. So if you like this sort of thing, please leave some feedback below. And if you know any interesting or weird facts, mechanics about Dota yourself, leave those in the comments below too, and they might make it into a video. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in another video.